Life Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Where's the tap? We ain't giving up nothing today. Check 99. Check out the ball.
They'll run on first down. Swift.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We want it. Come to my world. Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
You got motion, man. You got motion. Oh, lady. Watch twist. Yo, lady. Check 9.
Here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every... It got his man complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Watch the boot, watch the boot.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold airing this one out for Evans. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Slam. Check 50, check 50.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 87 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Carlos Dunlap make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here we go. Check 24. Check 24. 44.
Darnold now to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That second down play nets a -4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Darnold. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. They were looking for Johnson that time. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. 54.
Now it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Check three. Say.
They'll try to run this one in, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They complete it to Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over first and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Protein spill.
First and 10 at the 42.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. They'll run with Pollard, and they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the option. 63 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Watson on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I'm scared. Mike.
Watson now to throw. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 5-yard line.
Here's Pollard again. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold airing this one out for Evans. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now it's Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Pearson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, Pollard. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Six guys. Check 6 guys. 64. Reach. 080.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. He's going to let it go. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now the ball comes loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Watson on 3rd down, and he's got Moncrief. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Darnold now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
61, matchbox lights. Ready?
Now it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
44.
They snap it, they're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Throwing now, Watson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They're running it. 53.
Now Watson. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.